Yeah. There's some ordinances and resolutions to sign in there as well. So. No, so most of it's already on there.
Like to call the Muhlenberg Township Board of Commissioners meetings for Monday, December 16th, 2024 to order. All please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Marcy. Good evening. There was an executive session. I apologize. We were a little late. A lot of stuff going on this time of year. Just discuss various personnel matters for the minutes. Before I get into the first public presentation, I'm going to turn the meeting over to Chief Hoover, our police chief, as a presentation.
Thank you. Take the pass.
Yes, sir.
Linda.
Yeah.
Yes. I did. So the department did a no sheet November and December.
Okay.
And to participate, they had showed $50 per month. And we selected the library as the recipient of the slides.
Thank you very much.
There's 2 checks and the rest of it's cash, just $1,800.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much, all of you.
Everybody here. Yes.
Thank you very much. All of you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to our published agenda. Quickly, as many of you know who have been here, regarding our budget process was started in October. We're here to formally adopt the budget as we discussed last November. So tonight we will vote on the final 2025 preliminary budget. The general fund budget's balanced budget totaling $20,145,457. A detailed presentation of budget is available on the township's website. It's also available for public inspection during the normal business hours of the township until final adoption, which is scheduled for tonight. The budget process began this past July with a focus on maintaining township's ongoing record, stable operations, strong financial performance in the face of record inflation. These past years have been met with much uncertainty, many economic challenges, but this reality did not minimize our efforts of delivering high quality services while adhering to tight budgetary controls. Rising costs will continue to be a challenge for the township. We are committed to planning for future years using the same fiscal responsibility spending that's earned us, the township, a consistent AA bond rating. The 2025 budget was presented at the Board of Commissioners Public Workshop on Saturday, October 19th. The 2025 draft budget had an approximate shortfall of $500,000. During the review of the draft 2025 budget, the board made some tough decisions regarding how we appropriate the township funds. We made significant modifications after the board's review and are incorporated into the 2025 budget. To reduce the operating shortfall, the board has decided at last month's meeting to increase the real estate tax millage by 2.2 mils and balance from unrestricted reserves. This was not a decision, if you were here, that you know we made lightly, but after 4 years with no general fund tax increase, that's once again 4 years without any tax increase, we felt it was necessary to maintain the same quality of operations and services to the community. The board also made a decision to increase the refuse fee for 2025. This is the final year of our 5-year contract with JP Mascaro, that we opted to extend for another 2 years. This anticipated increase in collection disposal fees will be from $350 to $400 a year. We will continue to have the senior discount, but this also recoups the costs that we put with township staff and other things to collect our own costs throughout the year. We'll work on bidding that refuse contract in 2025, and just to prepare the board, as I said before, if you Google it, this will probably be the last reprieve we pay, under $500 a year, so, it's a tough, business right now, but we'll do our due diligence to get some options, and hopefully we'll be able to keep that cost somewhat, realistic and not too hard of an increase. Fire services in the township continues to be committed to providing quality emergency services, includes providing funds to pay for Muhlenberg Township Fire and Rescue operating costs together with equipment replacement. 2022, we hired a full-time fire chief to strengthen and enhance the operations of the department. Muhlenberg Township has been blessed with a solid pool of volunteers. However, it's become increasingly difficult to keep up with the rise in demand for fire services. 2024, we added 2 full-time career firefighters to the staff. This year's budget includes another additional 2 full-time firefighters, and the millage rate will contain a small 0.1 mil increase to help offset those costs to enhance operational changes and to protect the needs of our community. I truly want to thank all of our department directors, the township staff, our library, our ambulance, everybody does such a great job. Very, very tough decisions. They get even tougher, especially in the economic environment we had in 2024. So we'll continue to provide the services to the community. So that being said, folks, we'll move on, or if anyone else, while we're going through the budget address, has anything to add, commissioners, go right ahead. No, done talking about it. Good. All right. Anybody under public portion, anyone like to speak in the first public portion? Nope. I need a motion to approve the entire consent agenda.
Make a motion. Second.
Questions and comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. Any unfinished business? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business. The motion to approve the payment of bills presented by the Director of Finance and Customer Service.
Move.
Second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to authorize the solicitor to advertise the 2025 meeting dates and times.
Make a motion.
Second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to adopt ordinance 620, adopting the 2025 tax rate.
Moved. Second.
Any questions or comments?
I'll just make one comment. I know that when we had our budget discussion, I was not in favor of setting at the rate that we are about to adopt. I thought it was too low. But in deference to the discussions that we had, I think the board, did their due diligence and took a very good hard look to try to minimize the impact and dip into our reserve account as minimally as possible. But I do want to go on record as saying that for next year, it will probably be an even tougher budget discussion because there will be a lot of other things that come into play. So I will be voting in favor of the budget for the tax rate specifically, but just to go back on the record, I was looking for something actually a little higher. Don't stone me.
Thank you. Commissioner, any further questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to adopt ordinance 621, adopting the 2025 budget.
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. I need a motion to appoint H.A. Burkheimer as the 2025 amusement tax collector.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Noes, if any. The ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to appoint the Berks County Tax Claim Bureau as the delinquent real estate tax collector for 2025.
Move. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Noes, if any. The ayes have it, and so ordered. I need a motion to adopt resolution 2024-05, setting the 2025 compensation rate schedule.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Noes, if any. The ayes have it, so ordered. I need a motion to adopt resolution 2024-06, adopting the 2025 omnibus fee schedule as presented.
Move. Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Noes, if any. The ayes have that, so ordered. Motion to adopt resolution 2024-07, setting the trash and recycling rates for 2025.
Motion.
I'll second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Noes, if any. The ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to approve the 2025 traffic signal maintenance contract with Telco.
Any motion? I'll second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Noes, if any. The ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to approve payment application one final from Construction Master Services LLC in the amount of $124,778.57 for work completed on contract B, the Schuylkill River Trail of the 2024 annual road paving project.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Noes, if any. The ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to award the 2025 snow removal bid to SR Trucking.
Move.
Second.
They had a little snow last night. See that? Yeah. Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any. The ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to ratify the police chief's disciplinary action regarding police officers.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any. The ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to authorize the fire chief to purchase a new fire engine from Glick Fire Equipment Company in the amount of $1,063,496.
Motion.
Second.
Chief, can you give us just a little? I don't know on that, as I know everyone's aware, but for the.
Yeah, so we're basically executing on a grant award that we received through LSA statewide funding. If you recall, we received $418,000 from the state. So we're basically just following through with that grant award. Ultimately, we're looking at a special program for this, which has about a 10 to 14 month manufacturing time. This is a special program currently. If you do a full custom fire engine, you're at 49 months lead time. So it helps us execute the agreement within 24 months, maintain the funding. Obviously, there's a little bit of a match from the township side, but I think we have some things that we can look at. But ultimately, nothing is owed until 2026 upon delivery.
Thank you, Chief. Any further questions or comments from Chief? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any. The ayes have it, and so ordered. In other new business, just for the board's aware that RKL, which has historically been our auditor, no longer is doing government audit, so we're working with on some alternative proposals we'll present, I believe, in January. So we reached out to a few folks there. And I would ask that Jim, if I could have one commissioner who would like to volunteer and serve with me on the trash RFP and discussions and meetings and negotiations, because we really got to get started on that like in January. So I'll find if any board members would like, I would like, since going through it several times and several lawsuits probably. Yeah, we okay. Go through that process. Thank you. Any other new business from anybody?
I have some information also to just share with the board and public at large. Under the heading of never say no. I was approached by the county of Berks to serve on their planning commission for a 4-year term, which I accepted. Even though I think I humbly said I wasn't going to take on any more outside curricular activities. But when I was approached by David Hunter, who was the director of the planning department for the county, partly a recommendation from Alan Piper, who does transportation study for the county, and I understand that Commissioner Leinbach was also interested in having me serve on the board, so it was kind of difficult to say no. So I believe the appointment was ratified at a meeting last week. I was not able to attend, but starting in January, I will be on the county planning commission for a 4-year term. And actually, I look forward to that because you know, there are a lot of discussions that take place there that I can bring back to our planning commission. You know, hopefully some good things can come of it from Muhlenberg. So I'm honored to be asked and honored to serve the residents of Berks as I have served the residents of Muhlenberg. And you see a few more gray hair, you know why.
Yeah, I don't know if that's congratulatory.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes.
Good luck, Commissioner. I'm sure you represent us wonderfully.
Thanks.
Anyone else with any new business? Under board appointments on the 156th page of your packet. I need a motion to appoint members to the various boards and commissions for the 2025 appointment summary provided by the township manager.
Motion.
Second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any? The ayes have it. So ordered. Second public portion. Anyone wish to speak? Linda?
Okay, the library had a great year. All of our numbers are up, circulation, the big programs that we've had this year have all done very well. The Trail of Lights that we had on Saturday night was bigger, had a lot more people in than last year. So I'd like to thank all of you for everything that the township does for us. I would like to thank Karen again as our liaison all these years. Karen has been a very, very big help, and of course, we wish her luck on her retirement, but she's going to stay on our board as a public citizen. So all in all, thank you again, and thank you for the police for the whisker wallet.
Sure.
With nice and thick. I had no clue what you were going to do. So, thank you again from the library.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak on the second portions? No? Staff? You want to go first? How do we talk to the ambulance first? Anything? No?
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Mr. John Law.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Look to the website, the app for any changes in our holiday schedule or closing due to weather.
Gotcha. Karen.
If anybody's still procrastinating, putting your leaves out, please get them out. So we can get this done. And Merry Christmas.
Chief.
First off, thank you to the board for their support for that upcoming purchase. I appreciate it. Just touching on November, 136 incidents for the fire department.
Sorry. The other chief.
So I have a few things. First, I wanted to thank fire department and EMS for their support. Last several days, we had several community engagements. Thursday, we had Shop with a Cop, Fire and EMS at Target. I believe there was a total of 12 children who participated. Friday, we had our annual food drive, again assisted by Fire and EMS. So I want to publicly thank Sam's Club and BJ's Wholesale. Between the two businesses plus what citizens dropped off, we had 1,400 pounds of food that we donated to the food banks. This past Saturday, we had Cookies with a Cop, which is kind of like a new program. We had cookies at Wawa where kids can come in and decorate those cookies, then eat them and take them home and do whatever they wanted. Also on Saturday, we had, or assisted in helping, the Muhlenberg lacrosse team, have their fundraiser for the first time. And in addition to having the honor of being the chief of police, I was also Santa Claus before.
Excellent.
Is it Merry Christmas, Happy New Year?
Thank you. Last meeting, Karen.
Oh, you are this week.
Thank you all for allowing me to serve Muhlenberg community for the last 23 years. I feel like I've done a lot of good things here. I just want to thank you for supporting.
Thank you. Mr. Bowman.
We will not have a planning commission meeting on Wednesday. We do not have any business items, so we'll postpone as a result of the holidays. We did receive word within the last month that we were awarded a recycling grant, worth $190,000. That's a 90-10 split, so we're on the hook for $19,000 worth of improvements to our brush collection site. We did receive the final updated flood report from System Design Engineering, which I will share in regards to the Bernhardt Creek survey. There were some minor recommendations that we got from them on that, so we can start applying for some funding for some flood mitigation and remediation efforts. And we also learned that we received our final permit for the riparian forest buffer project in Laurel Lane Park, which will satisfy our MS4 requirements. So that is in the process of having the bid specs written, and that will be out to bid for construction in spring. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Jim. On first. Once again, thank you, Karen, for all your time, effort, and work with the community and our Parks and Rec board and everything that you've done. So we greatly appreciate that. Thank you to my fellow commissioners and the rest of the township staff for a long budget process with some very tough decisions, but it's always done professionally. So I greatly appreciate that. And just wish everyone here, thank you for coming out, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So that's that, Mr. Hofmeister.
Yeah, just want to thank you, Karen, for what you did for the township and Parks and Rec. I didn't bring it up. Thank you again. And me and Steve are on the Water Authority board, and we hired an executive director. Probably gonna start at the end of January sometime. He coming from Lehigh. Pretty good person. If you come in the meeting, if anybody have any questions, we can talk to him. Sorry, probably in February. And on Saturday night, they had a fireman award banquet. It was really nice. They give a lot of awards out. And next month, they will be here for the awards and that stuff. They're gonna announce who has awards and that. It was nice to see how the fire department come together. And they give nice awards out. Hard work. You had Brian Kissy there 30-some years, a firefighter, which gets, yeah, he got an award. That was nice. How long he was serving the community from 1976. I just want to wish everybody happy New Year, Merry Christmas too. Thank you. Sure.
Thank you, Commissioner Wolf here.
Well, I'd like to also thank Karen. I've been a liaison with the parks for quite a few years now. And I've seen all the things that we give our public in the Parks Department and the different River Fest and Spring Fiestas and dances and the Friday night. It's like we offer so much more, I think, than other municipalities through our park system. And it was a pleasure working with you. Yeah, I noticed in the news today, we had another school shooting. And saying a prayer for those kids that were hurt and killed. And I just wish that we would make some type of stricter rules with guns. We could, not go through these shootings at our schools. It seems they happen all the time. It just seems ridiculous. I can't imagine losing a child at school. So.
Thank you, Commissioner and Commissioners. Karen, thank you for your service over the years. And this past year, I think, being on this board, it's been very productive. I've enjoyed it and I'm looking forward to next year. And everybody just enjoy the holidays. Commissioner Lurch.
Chief, a lot going on with the department, so nice work. Please thank all the officer, everything that they've done. They had a positive statement in public. I want to thank everybody for coming out and thank our entire staff for their hard work this year. Just to echo sentiments already made, it was a very difficult budget discussion, but once we did get through it, and I think we did good by the residents. Karen, I'm gonna miss you. Sorry I couldn't get to your luncheon, but hopefully I'll see you at okay. Everybody else, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a safe, prosperous New Year.
Thank you, Chris. One last thing for my board, I believe as of right now, I'm traveling the third Monday of January, so for work, so if I'm not here, I'd rather be here than in an airport, but I think that's where I'll be next, in January, just to let my fellow commissioners know. So, have a good night, be safe, and we'll see you next.